Wits and blades, always sharp.
With haste. Here goes nothing.
Hells, not this again.
The brain is resisting its order. Without all three stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
Something's on my mind.
Greetings, citizen Fluffington. I trust you are enjoying the city.
Watchers to theirs.
Pretend I'm a fist.
Oh, I can't really
and
glaze
tell
that
me
pizza,
what
yeah?
you're doing in the
He wasn't even
house.
hurt.
Well,
I don't care how Please make your
That's
way.
why nothing's gonna happen.
in trouble. Inside.
You heard anything about what it's like in the prisons? Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
It's the waiting that's hard. If we could just talk to one of the fists, it would be as clear as day that we're not criminals.
I almost believe
Are they
you
going
this
to
time.
arrest us? What if they throw us in jail?
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
2 dozen more fists for the cost of that.
Oh, I can't really glaze that
Let's
pizza, yeah?
rehearse this one more
He
time.
wasn't even hurt.
Pretend.
Oh, leave it out. I've got a trial coming up, and I need to rememberize my lines.
No time to talk. I have clients to brief, and they're as sharp as spoons.
I ain't saying nothing to nobody until I've had my trial.
All we can do...
They say Gortash won't be king, but that pomp upstairs sure sounds like a coronation.
We broke down the door.
Are they going to arrest us?
Good day, citizen. Please notify the Steel Watch if you witness any undesirable activity.
Really glaze that pizza, yeah? He wasn't even hurt.
The flaming fist don't stand for trouble. So stay out of it, yeah?
The guard is fast asleep.
Bathed in a tendy. Ate all the onions.
You find no meaning in her mutterings. The guard is fast asleep.
Bathed in a tendy. Ate all the onions. What now? Goodness, how embarrassing. I had a heavy lunch. Welcome to Worms Rock Prison, the Fifth Nail Wee Jail. What's your business? Well, that was a most unusual of circumstances, being what they are. Hang on, I'll let you through. Well, in you go. And don't feed the prisoner. Make him cocky.
On your way. May Lord Gortash provide. I'm not paid to chat.
Stay on my good side, yeah?
Huh? What do you want?
Can't keep me out. On my way. Don't mind if I do. Breathe quiet. Move with care. These boots have seen everything. What's inside? Best be on my way. Best be on my way.
give it a shot.
Lord Gortash is
Let's
expecting
rehearse this one
you.
more time.
Please make
Pretend
your
I'm
way
a
to the
fist
audience
and tell
chamber.
me what you were doing in the house.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Are they
Please
going to
make
arrest
your
us?
way to the
I
audience
should speak
chamber.
up.
Before the fire started.
This is the armory, not a bloody open house. Fists only. Now clear off. Trade? Do I look like a shopkeeper? This equipment isn't for sale. It belongs to the Flaming Fist. Can't believe they put that mindless metal Mragresham in my armory. Steel watchers. Stupid thing'll probably decapitate me for cleaning the bloody mace rack. Finally, someone who sees sense. Strong folk wielding strong blades. That's what keeps folk safe. Not those glorified golems. I don't have anything fancy, but you're welcome to take a look. Stay sharp, stranger. In these times, all we can trust are the blades in our hands.
Shall he glaze that pizza?
Around.
He wasn't even
Use
hurt.
the Flaming Fist.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us.
Better.
We'll tell them what happened,
I
and we'll be
almost
home in no
believed you this
time.
Could have hired 24 more fists for the cost of that.
You've been saying that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear.
Lord
I
Gortash
don't know.
is expecting
Pretend I'm a bit.
All we can do is be patient.
Somebody was in trouble.
Are they going to arrest us?
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make
I
your
spoke
way
to a
to
witness
the
who
audience
says
chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Are they going to arrest us?
Better.
They throw us in jail.
Almost believed you this time.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I
2
swear.
dozen more fists for the cost of that.
I can't really glaze that pizza.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. The audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience.
Cult army on the march, killer on the loose, and Mistress Dorenbold still drags me hither and thither.
You hear? Milady says Absolute's army's on the march. There's watchers. We'll hold the line. You best believe. Says the Absolute's army won't be causing trouble for Gortash. Or for us.
I'm not sure about...
Sorry, these dukes are working me to the bone.
Meaning that in the games of generals and dukes, we're not even pawn.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guarantee.
Ravengard is a charlatan, like every last patriarch.
Lord Gortash is expected.
You're free to explore. Within reason.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlak. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
You're asking a lot. But I can wait. For a while, at least. Let's get Baldur's Gate safe. Then rip his throat out.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlak, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colorful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun.
This isn't going to end well. Mark my words.
I understand your concerns, my old friend. But allow me to demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. You carry the stone plucked from Merkel's chosen. Besides, I'm not ready to call you enemy. At least not yet. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we, will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
He looks the exact same as he did 10 years ago. Fancy a coat, I suppose.
The Archduke of Baldur's Gate. What a sham.
You don't really intend to be his ally, do you?
Gortash is your enemy, either way.
This pact may delay the inevitable betrayal, but not by much. I can't tell if you're very wise or very foolish. Time will tell, I guess. I'll play along for now, but I'm not letting him slip out of reach. He's going to pay for what he did to me, one way or another.
An imposter in our ranks. If this is true, it could be anyone. You, me... Well, not me, I know who I am. Perhaps we shouldn't take Gortash's word for granted. But if he speaks the truth, we need to be careful. Orin could have eyes and ears on us right now.
Unthinkable. To see my own father named Gortash, the sole ruler of Baldur's Gate. Please, we need to speak with him. Maybe he can see reason.
Archduke Gortash. Now there's a man who knows good business.
Archduke Gortash, man of the people, the right people.
An Archduke! Finally someone who can stand up to those wretched absolutists.
Ravengard has not once failed this city. If he trusts Gortash, then so do I.
truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace. The true Ravengard lurks somewhere in this infected mind, seeking freedom, seeking victory.
Have we finished, then?
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Dearest Karlach, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me?
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
What glory our city, and what glory its future.
Although it's been some years since I last donned my armor.
I may speak only to my lord. Terribly sorry.
Good day to you.
Archduke. Quite something, don't you think? I dare say Balderang himself would approve.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. To the slaughter, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? I couldn't even fathom a guess. Though, I doubt we'll need to wait long for answers. Let's make camp when we're able. Mizora will be waiting. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Really matter? Meaning us.
It's more than that. Don't like it.
You're not best behaviour around here. Understood?
Don't cause any trouble, all right? It's not worth it.
No distractions, please.
Greetings, citizen. I trust you are having a safe and productive day.
drove our herd to wolves on the way here. We've got almost nothing left. We must...
Any complaints will be handled after you turn your animals over to the care of the Ducal Council. Move along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers.
You must agree, this is ludicrous. How are we meant to survive without our livelihoods?
My herd are dairy goats. I bet they're going to slaughter them, the poor things.
Now property of the Ducal Council for the duration of the ongoing emergency.
My husband's still in the outer city with the few cows we have left. How am I going to tell him we have to give them up?
Are they gonna pay us for the animals they take? Like elves they are!
Light on my feet. I want to have a word.
Don't distract me. It's all I can do to stay balanced. Yes, I stole a purse from the evidence room. It was stupid, and I swore to Blaise Portier I'd never do it again. Ever. I have to stand on one leg until she believes me. I have no idea.
If you have a problem, speak to one of the other Fist. A rabid warg organised this inventory, judging by the mess they've left me.
Keep crime reports short. Do not waste our time with frivolous issues.
Kindly lower your voice, madam.
About time. The Manip assured me a builder would come around a 10-day ago, and hold it. You're not the builder. Which means I've got no use for you. Hooligans at the Mermaid have been using my shutters for target practice. And that's not the half of it. I've had to replace the same window 3 times now, not to mention the mess they've made of my front door. Now either you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere. I mean,
Distract the gauntlet, will ya? I think she's set on killing me.
I am never sleeping on duty again.
I like your look. You've seen battle, shed some blood. Could show these softies here how it's done.
Is missing. My daughter, Vanra! What was her name?
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been sucking Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Excuse me, citizen, but if this is a criminal matter, it's my business, not yours. Now, madam, if you'll just tell me why you're here, I'll take down the details.
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
Commander Portier, acting Marshal of the Fist. If you have a crime to report, please wait outside. We're currently at capacity.
Your tools were stolen, right? No, you were mugged. Wait, I'm mixing you up with another citizen. I'm terribly sorry. I'll get back to you.
Cooking as fast as I can. Those fists have got bottomless bellies, I swear.
Quiet day, mostly. Don't go spoiling it.
A new client? What a thrill. For you? Latterly? Some call me the Great Collector. Others, the Merchant of Mysteries. But you, my friend, you can call me Skittle. Step up and marvel at the spectacular wonders on offer. Indeed, my mirthful mate. Care to take a squeak at my fan-ratstical wares? My enterprise is a more covert sort. I do my dealings in secret. The prison's pipes are a veritable maze of cracks and crannies. What a rat finds, a rat keeps. Captives have wants and needs, my plentiful patron. It is my pleasure, nay, my duty, to fulfill them. Is that all?
Defender of the people. Sure, why not?
What to do? What's up for discussion?
Step up and let Skittle sort you out. Is that all?
Never wanted the easy path.
What's that?
Let's see what this does. I'm way too big. I'm way too big.
Hello, hello, and all that. sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
You've heard of such devils. Sisters of justice. Adjudicators of diabolical contracts and bargains.
Holy hells.
You do not call upon the sisters. They come when the hells demand witness.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
You damned wretch! Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mazora's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something. I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the sticks down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 nether stones and take back our minds, and the city, from the brain.
Go on then.
Still feel the Shadowfell all over me. Still hear her words in my ear. I feel unclean. I hope that's true, but I'm not so sure. She has a far reach and a long memory. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past. But I'll need your help. Wait until the others are asleep, then come with me. There's a place we can go. Down the coast a little.
The devil Mizora's made herself quite at home, hasn't she? Do make her feel as unwelcome as you can. This hammer. Could it be? Yes. Yes! This is how we will free the Prince of the Comet! That smug shkaketh of a devil stores it at his vaunted House of Hope. Our destination is clear. Our mission undeniable. We must find a way into the House of Hope and retrieve the hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use it to smash Prince Orpheus out of his prison. Mother Gith, hear my promise. Your son will rise again. The Prince of the Comet will crush the Lich Queen Vlaakith and usher in the Age of Orpheus.
The tadpole reveals your mind to Lae'zel. She knows you refused to bargain with Raphael.
The means to loosing the Prince of the Comet was within our grasp, and you refused it. Why? I wanted to follow the open valley, the easy way out. You chose the brambled path. I'm annoyed by it. And I admire you for it. We'll find a way into Raphael's lair, and we'll take the Orphic hammer and smash Orpheus's bonds. Yisk Githkar Tafki Crashet. The Githyanki will be free.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence. From now on, I promise him the same measure of respect he's shown his father. Oh, I almost forgot. Will sold his father's life for his freedom. My mistake. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus. My mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod, It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Keeping very well, I hope?
I did not know Duke Ravengard that well. But I am sure he would not want his son to become slave to Zariel for his sake. I am sure Will knows that. But we would do well to remind him when his days grow dark. No one truly understands the weight of loss until they've worn it a while. There is no shame in sharing the load when you need to. It seems that events at Denthelans have overtaken us. My contact there just sent word. The Harpers have been fractured, infiltrated by doppelgangers. Perhaps we might have done something to help, or just fallen into the trap along with them. Oh, I only have myself to blame. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harpers searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Jaheira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
자, 그러면은 들어가겠습니다. 아,
어머나! 어쩜 이렇게도 잘하시나요? 내가 늘 하고 싶었던 말인데 사실 틀리가 있어서 그동안 말씀을 못 드렸어요.
북으로서는
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. There always is. But that is still the fundamental fact of it. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. You need not preach the cause to me. I've already told you what I sacrificed in its name, but only a fool would discard a potential ally like Minsk. He has faced God and Illithid both, just as I have. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city. Ah, I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. Of course. He'll share his rule. What use all his brilliance if there is no one to bask in it? But even if we unite to command the brain, it's not as if we can leave the city under Bane's boot heel once it's done. We'd be back to the same old battle. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt, to peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say. Isn't it? I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. The mysterious Keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
Nine Fingers is much more than a thief. Nothing happens in this city that she doesn't learn of, sooner or later. How hospitable she will be to a harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking. Ask it. You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a ballast to lead us. I've learned not to unpick the legends so many have woven around our name. Seeing the hope die in a romantic's eyes, it is only funny the first few dozen times. Some call the Harpers heroes. Others, petty meddlers who cannot help but stick their nose in. We try to work towards a common balance. If every other faction finds us equally annoying, that is probably a sign that we are succeeding. I will not bore you with a long tale. The short. I was born to a high family in Tedir. I remember little except that when my family fell, they fell far and fast. I learned young what fear and hunger make desperate people do. I learned to do some of it myself even. Until a roving circle of hedge druids found me. They raised me in the wild. But when it became clear I was, perhaps not suited to a life of idle reflection, I was sent to the Harpers. To do. They showed me how to fight with sword, as well as spell, and gave me ample causes to wield them for. If I was not always the truest believer in every cause, well, I fell in love with someone who was. And that is almost the same thing. No, not really. You might say that. I left their service and swore never to return. Multiple times, if I recall. It is easy to get tired of the intrigue. The high causes shrouded in secrecy. I thought I might find another way to be of use to the world. And for a time I did. But my comrades would use a rather irritating phrase. A harper never leaves the chorus. She simply goes to spread the song. Meaning that whatever cause I turned my hand to, there I would find them. Harpers, stuffed with their own virtue, but always there. Always trying to help. So I returned to the fold. Returned to the city. Eventually they hung a title around my neck. High Harper. And I still do not know how to play one. If I tried to spare Geraldos the same headaches, well, now you know why. And if he is half the Harper I suspect, it won't make a damned bit of difference. But you're staring. Which means the tadpole has finally eaten your brain. Or have I been talking too much? Either way, time to move, no? Ha! No. No, thank you. Let the wiser members of my order wrinkle their brows over that particular phrase. In all my years fighting for the Harpers, I am still Never certain what the greater good means. I've learned to be content with, well, that was not so bad as it might have been.
Come for a chat?
I can't believe Will's given up his soul to Zariel. For a father he fell out with ages ago. There's such a thing as being too good. Someone ought to tell Will Ravengard.
Copper for your thoughts?
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
But please, don't look at me.
Will gave up his father to have freedom. An understandable decision. Sacrifices must be made after all. Especially if the old Duke's fall means his rise.
Will sacrificed his own father. I hope freedom from the Pact is worth it to him. This will do. Take off your clothes. A little misdirection. Couldn't resist. What's the matter? I know. But it's nice to hear you say it. I don't know if I can do this, now that I'm here. What? Wait! Oh, hells, that's cold. Come here. Thank you. I needed that. I needed to know I can face things without Shah. I don't want to go back. Not just yet. Just a pebble. Now don't you dare stop.
Where am I needed?
Fronti della fede. Can't give up now. Always at your side.
Something the matter? I should hope not, after the time we spent together. My spirits are thoroughly lifted. Oh? Not feeling any regrets, I hope? I'm glad. I feel the same way. Though, I'm still finding sand in my hair. I wonder what the others will think of that. But of course they will. I hope we'll have more opportunities to slip away. And make sandcastles.
Of course.
I thought you'd never ask.
Don't waste a step.
A hero at heart.
My faith will guide me.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Moving ahead.